When he sees the Baltimore Ravens, yeah, he does it against everyone. But the Ravens' intensity.
Watch how fast he gets off the football. Joshua Ezeudu was late off the ball.
The course of his career, when the moments are their biggest, he comes through, and that's the matchup.
Relentless in his pursuit of the quarterback. It's a chip by the tight end. The tackle's waiting for him. And a little spin move to the inside right as Bryce Young.
A contract holdout. Look at this force right here.
I mean, I thought it was a screen initially.
All night long, it's Big 98, Max Crosby.
Well, the one thing about it, too, Joe, when you watch it, and this isn't unique to the Green Bay Packers, every team that comes in, all the things that they have tried to do tonight to slow him down, and yet nothing.
Of Anderson coming off the edge right down here. Now watch this. Bam! that is.
He left the game earlier. They got Thayer Munford in there at right tackle. It's one-on-one, no help. And Rashawn Gary does what Gary does.
He didn't even get his hands on him in terms of that, because as Watt goes, he's able to go underneath him with not much ability.
This is where, Carolina really needs that help. Their defense had some pieces in there. We saw Taylor Decker get back.
They step forward big, and the first guy to force it is number 90, T.J. Watt. Gets underneath Daniel Faalele.
Play outside, or he can play in here. And what a nice job there. Just sudden off the line of scrimmage and finish.
Coverages, or at least their coverage personnel. Sauce Gardner is down here to the near side. But you see Johnson getting home on Russell Wilson.
There's nobody really on the line of scrimmage. And so you're going to set up Parsons with a running start, almost like a receiver. So difficult to try and block some.
New England 30.
Granderson just dominates Trent Brown on this one. He jumps to the inside. Brown is going to the outside, knowing it's an outside.
Right to that area. That's not a dance block. That is shoulder pad.
Got a lot of press because of how great he played. In fact, that's why they cut Randy Gregory.
It's defense, who's 9th in the NFL in scoring defense and 11th in yards, and only giving up 300.
He also got away with a face mask. I think he reaches that big hand up there, and let's take a look. Oh, it might be on his collar.
Nice little stunt right down here at the bottom. Got guys coming off here. There's Carter off the edge inside.
He's just got to give better help. He ends up knocking Hassan Reddick actually wide and just makes his rush that much easier. Matthew Stafford had no choice even to throw. Well, we haven't called Hassan Reddick's name a lot today. He just beats Havenstein around the edge and just continues.
I mean, he's just one of those guys. You're going to block him with a tight end? I don't think so. Just rips through the tight end shoulder.
And Kayvon Thibodeau, this is his best move. His feet are so quick and he's so powerful. He gets inside of offensive tackles in a hurry, and he can do that.
It's so frustrating, and Hargrave has been such a great addition to this team. But if you're Mike McCarthy and you come out and you decide you're going to...
Sacks on this drive, one by Jordan, that one by Carl Granderson.
It's just a rookie. He's trying to hold on for dear life against a very underrated defensive end. People talk a lot about Chase Young.
Zach Allen just gets inside pressure here on Lincoln Tomlinson. Just basically runs right around him. Zach Wilson looking right, has no chance to know this is coming. Smartly gets on that ball.
Mailata, Greg, you see, look at him right there on Donald. He's the guy that...
By Billings and his quickness. Watch here. He works to the left and just loses his balance. And I tell you what, Billings does flash on film.
You look at where he started. They're going to try to double him. They're going to try to put a tight end on him. So what do? They run a game, and he comes all the way around, and yet he's still able.
This is a tough matchup to the inside. Sweat's going to end up getting his hand on the football, but reason he's able to make that play.
You try and run at him, and that doesn't work. So you try and run away from him, and then they chase you down from behind. We're going to see two of those kind of players.
It's Dana coming from the outside.
Well, here he is, right in front of you. Hendrickson making the move, getting to the quarterback, almost having him, and Josh Dobbs does it.
And here's Christian Wilkins. He's on the side, but watch the penetration that Christian Wilkins gets inside. Bam, beats the first guy. Gray is like, I don't remember signing up for this. That guy's too.
On a 3rd and short, what do you need? Quick penetration. You mentioned it. Daquan Jones gets that quick penetration Allows his buddies to rally to the
Free just changing right here. There he is. Look at him in the backfield, trying to pull around to the outside. He
now is a 49er. They can just rotate these guys through and
because they want to take a shot. So they're going here, they're going motion across. They're putting two tight ends to block him, and they're not able to do it. It's basically a two-man.
You throw that ball away, and you don't take a sack. You don't turn the ball over on nakeds. Those are free plays that you have to make the right decision.
Because it keeps them fresh, but also he's mixing up the schemes here. Sometimes they're running games with the tackles in the ends. Others.
Oh, this time he goes inside. He's able to win pretty.
I mean, you're talking about Heinisch here, Anderson coming for the other side, double team fighting through that, and here comes Anderson down the line of scrimmage.
done it really well today, Mark.
He's right here, and I tell you, they have been so good. I mean, look at the meat in the backfield. You're 2 yards deep. Well, you're going to have right at the top of the screen. That is off the edge, and Bud Dupree.
Once again, nothing going on the interior. Good penetration right off the bat by Williams.
They are alerted that Justin Fields is a threat to run. It's up to them with the numbers cleared out of there against him.
Yeah, and that face mask penalty last week in the end zone for this and the safety here today, it was a momentum starter for them last week against me.
I had a chance to see Chase on the field before the game, just asking him how he's feeling. You know, the last few weeks, looks like he's gradually getting back.
Now it started with the coverage on the back end, trying to get it to ETN's got to hold the football. And you see Epinesa coming from the side, just running around the corner, getting the ball out, ball on the ground. Huge play for the Buffalo Bills to finish the half. Well, they keep trying to run the football. Ed Oliver doing a nice job right there, just holding up the offensive guard. Eyes on the running back the whole time.
Someone else is down, Kurt. Another Buffalo Bill is down.
Russell Wilson just gives a little bit of a drop back fake and tries to sneak into the gap, but Quentin Williams is too aware of it, pulls him down for no gain.
Yeah, you always try and get the numbers right on these things when you have it, but the numbers don't matter when you're going against Quentin Williams.
Zach Sieler is just going to swim inside. Thomas was not ready for the quickness of Zach Sieler. He usually does a good job of butting up, but I mean, it's meet you at the running back. Three guys.
Feel the pressure, step up. Highsmith right there with the play. There was room to climb the pocket. Lamar Jackson didn't. Highsmith pops it free. And how fitting is it that the two edge rushers continue to work in tandem against Cleveland? Highsmith knocks it free. TJ Watt takes it in for a touchdown. Here, what could be a ceiling play.
I mean, it's so impressive to watch what he does. Watch this move. He's going to work against Ian Thomas. Watch this interception. He's not even in front. One hand stab, pulls it back to the body.
What a difference maker he has been since taken as the #2 overall pick.
Perfect rush lanes right here. He's going to be over the top and then collapse, and then Hubbard's going to be low and then retrace. Watch how well these guys work together. 91 to 94. Boom, there's the strip sack, and there's 94 rushing just a little bit shallower, retracing and making that play. Monster play by these two defensive ends.